Hello, the Living in Lafayette vlog, May 14th, 2013. Today I got up at 6 and I got to sleep at like 1, so it was like 5 hours of sleep. I was in bed until like 6:30, and then I had a slow breakfast and looked around on the internet. I wanted to look at the government's and site and just see how they organize all the new, laws they're making for when I do the news show. And then drove up to Betasso, but I brought my I was in a rush to get out and I brought the cable to my computer, but I forgot my computer. But so I wasn't able to calibrate the camera because I forgot to actually calibrate the camera, like where it points, and look at it and make sure that it pointed all right before I went. So I went up there and I just guessed it, had it point basically straight forward. When the camera's on, you point it straight forward because the camera's pretty much flat when you're riding it. I think too many people make the mistake of having it too far down when they first do it, but I went up there and just guessed, and then turned it on and it went around the loop, and I think the battery died after like an hour and a half or something. I think the person when I bought it said the battery lasts 8 hours, but that's not true. The card would last like 8 hours. I got the 64 gigabyte card, the biggest one, because I had a micro SD that was 8 gigabytes, and I figured that was enough. Because when I did today, I did fill up 10 gigabytes for the battery day. But I used less gigabytes than that on the part that I actually used. But I went down there and rode 2 laps, 2 of the figure 8 laps on Betasso Preserve, and that was fun. And when I came back, I watched it, and it looks so cool. It looks way faster. It makes it look faster than it feels on the bike. It looks really fast with the GoPro. But yeah, I rode down, and then it started to rain. I got a little bit cold, so I switched out. I got some more clothes, and then went another lap, and I was almost at the bottom where it connects with 119. Like 80% through, and or 180 or 50% through. But my bag fell off because I put extra weight on it because I put my legs on it, and it kept falling off. So I figured I'd turn around and go home, and so I didn't want to lose my bag. I did get a ground score. I got a 29-inch tube. somebody lost. And then I went back, but by the time I got to my car, I was exhausted. And then I went down to McGuckin's and got some more duplicate keys just to make sure I had them. I think I left some with my mom, but I made some extras just in case. It's better to have 2 extra sets than just 1. But yeah, and then came back here, and I was just wasted when I came back. I could only lay there. I felt like puking the whole drive back, and then sitting here because my body, I guess, was just in shock. Because it was the hardest bike ride I've done since I started riding. When I stopped after the first lap, I had 2 big cans. When I first got there, I had a banana, and then, a little bit into the ride when I got to 119, and then I had 2 big cans of beans, and maybe that's what contributed to making me feel like I had to puke. But it's good to train your body to be able to eat a lot and ride. So then I came back here and rested, and then I watched the whole ride on it, which was really cool, man. Those GoPros are awesome. So much better than the other thing I had. I mean, I'm totally glad that they broke, because then I would be using this crappy thing, and GoPros are awesome. Way better. And sound too. And they're lighter. And then I kind of was chopping parts out and editing it, and it's like 9:40 now, and it took me that long to get there, because I was also on these other screen captures I got, organizing them and naming them, and then chopping the ones down for Betasso for Google Earth, and then also the Strava sections, and then the films that I do. So I did go by to the nude river section though, because that's on the way back from Betasso, right there on Boulder Creek, right above the Red Line Inn. But water was way too cold. I did wipe myself off a little bit, but the water, I was like in severe pain with the water just up to my knees. But I figured since it's the first day, I'm so excited to do this, I'm just going to stay up. But when I came back, I was kind of passing out too, but I don't feel like passing out now. So I got a 6-pack of Keystone Lights to help me get through, and some candy, some Nerds, and some Skittles, and a little bag of kettle chips. That's my party night. I get to finish up my video. But I think I'm going to include the entire loop. I wasn't going to do that before, but since it's, you know, it's a short loop, I'm going to complete the whole thing, and it's a really cool loop too. So yeah, so tomorrow I'll just stay here, and if I don't finish, I'll finish it at that, but I'll probably sleep in because I'll be up late tonight. Stay here and probably just work on the computer all day long, riding on the rollers, because I haven't done that yet. I did 100 kilometers, so maybe tomorrow I can try and do 100 miles, if I'm not too wasted. Otherwise I'll just stretch, maybe lift some weights. And then call and see what's going on with the work, so I need to start working. Found out it costs $6.40 in gas to get from here up to Betasso and back. And it's a little bit farther than that to get up to Sugarloaf, which is where I'll be basing like a lot of my big rides this summer out of, so I guess I can afford that. Oh, especially if I'm working. But I think next time I ride, I'm going to finish up riding around town so I can make that video. And I'm looking forward to making that one because that's more complicated. Okay, so that's that vlog for the day. Peace out.